TimeRust.com proudly presents the Time Rust Brain Trust. Hey everybody, thank you for joining us here on the Time Rust Brain Trust podcast.
Happy birthday to us.
Special Steve Memorial Edition.
Aww. To be fair, he wasn't here in the beginning, so he's not here for the anniversary.
It's fitting.
It is. The original three, the unholy trinity of, to my left, Eli.
I'm not to your left, I'm directly across from you.
It's going to be a long day. I'm sorry. It will be.
With a douche. And to his left is...
What
Marquise.
it is, folks.
Somebody has to be the voice of reason here.
And to his left is me. DDP. I mean, Nathan. The bang. Feel the bang. Anyways. Time for DDP yoga. I can put my hand behind my head and fart.
Are we going to do a 1-year retrospective?
Nope. So, Eli, what are you doing?
We're just getting right into it.
Well,
Marquise, what are you doing?
Why, like every week, you skip me because I don't know why. I don't know why you skip me.
I don't know
You
why
try
he
and
skipped
skip me.
He tries to. I don't know why.
He tries to skip me every week. It's like he doesn't care what I'm doing. He asks me, but it's a shallow. It's a shallow question.
Are you done?
There's no meaning behind it.
Are you done?
You know the hilarious thing is that a year ago we were sitting here going, "What should we talk about?
What should we talk? I don't know the format.
Yeah.
Speed
things up, guys. Speed things up."
I got this clacker here.
But
it's not really a clacker.
You guys ramble a lot.
But
Like a lot. Not a little bit.
Besides rambling, what I've been doing this week is playing the crap out of some Bravely Default. I'm about 10 to 12 hours into that game, and it is very, very good. Very, very good. It is really good. It is great.
Is it better than okay?
It is much better than okay, and it's better than bad. It's good.
That's always a good thing. I mean,
It is.
I haven't played the game yet, so I haven't played a DS game since Pokemon. So
I recommend picking up Bravely Default if you can find a copy here in town because they're all gone.
really, it must be that really good. Then.
Or you could purchase it off the eShop.
It's an RPG, right?
It is. It is a Square Enix RPG. It was originally supposed to be a Final Fantasy game, and then they decided to make a new IP. And it's really good. The voice acting is incredible. The music is fantastic. The battle system is different and interesting. The towns are presented very well. The art style is very cool. It has kind of a storybook feel to it. Almost like watercolor paintings a little bit in some areas.
Okay.
It's very, very nice. There's gear, there's dungeons, there's reasons to go back and explore. You can adjust your encounter rate to be like really high or really low. You can change the difficulty of the encounters on the fly. Like, so if stuff's getting too hard for you, crank it down a little bit. Stuff's too easy, crank it up.
But you could have got lightning returns.
You can have English or Japanese voices. I recommend the Japanese voices because the English ones are good, but a little bit flat emotionally. So the Japanese ones amp it up a little bit and convey a little bit better emotion. Just a fantastic game. There's a little mini game where, depending on how many people you're friends with, you have more villagers in this town that you're trying to rebuild. And this all happens like in the background while you're doing stuff, but you can assign people to work on different parts of the town, like an item shop or a weapon shop, special move shop, stuff like that. And then they'll work on that, and time will pass, almost like if you're setting something up in a freemium game like Farmville or something.
Okay.
Like you set it up, okay, and that'll take 8 hours. The more people you assign to a thing, the less time it takes. So, I mean, if you have 20 people, you can assign all of them to a thing and get it done in 30 seconds. Or you can assign one person to it. It might take 8 hours. That stuff's all really cool. Each character has a special move that can be customized. And depending on what type of weapon they use to activate that special move, it has different activation requirements. But then you can customize it. You can add different elements to the attack. You can add like health boosts. All kinds of different stuff that you can add onto this attack and kind of customize it. So it's really neat to be able to customize an attack, because that's not really something that you've gotten to do in a RPG like this before.
Yeah, that's interesting, because I mean, you can say, hey, you know what? I want my attack to have lightning damage, but then I want to also have maybe a health buff or something.
Yeah,
and that's pretty cool.
And there's also there's another mechanic where people that you're friends with, either locally you can friend them while you're playing the game, or over the internet if you add them to your like your Nintendo ID friends list, and they're also playing Bravely Default. They can send their character over with a special move, and then you can call on that power in battle through a system called Abilinc, like Ability Link. Abilinc. I wish it would have been like Abililink or something like that. Maybe another syllable in there. But Nathan hates it because it's a shmup. But it's really cool because you can call on that character and they'll come in and they'll do like their crazy attack. So you want to send out like to your friends your best attack. But that'll also cause like monsters to spawn in that little village that's happening on the side, and then you can go fight those extra monsters for experience and money and stuff. It's really there's so many different things going on in that game. There's another system that's sleep points, and so for every 8 hours that your game is running, you'll accumulate a sleep point, and you can have a maximum of 3. What these let you do, they allow you to take extra actions. You can freeze the game at any time during battle. So like if you're getting demolished, you can freeze the game, use these ability points to heal and res your party, and then like come right back into it. You know, you only get 3 of those. Or you can buy 1 for $1 on the eShop. So if you're out and you want a microtransaction to save your party real quick, you can buy like some of these sleep points to save you.
I'd buy that for $1.
You would buy that for $1 because you suck at games.
No, that's a reference to RoboCop, which comes out this week.
Yeah, I know.
So bravely default your fate.
I know
it came out already.
You don't suck at games though.
I can play Ninja.
I was just being a turd.
I did screw you as Mitsurugi that one time.
Yeah, that one time.
Screw all of us. So
that one time.
Well, I mean that one night.
That one time.
That one night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I last night and today a little bit I played some Dead Rising 3. That's the first time I've played my Xbox One in a month because Halo Spartan Assault sucks, and I was a little bit bummed out on Xbox One after I realized that game sucks.
Sorry.
Yep.
But
here's a Halo game.
Here's a Halo game. It sucks. They don't tell you that though.
What? That's all right. Let's be honest. That is the first sucky Halo game.
It is, because even Halo Wars was fantastic.
That game was awesome.
Second sucky Halo game, ODST.
No, that's way false, because ODST is is probably in the top 3. I'd say it's number 3.
I honestly liked it better than 2 and 3 because the story in 2 was great, but 3, I just felt like it was we're on the 360 now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And 2 had a crappy ending. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Everything else was cool, but well, there were parts of it that
were cool. So I started playing that again. I'm on chapter 4. I just now got to chapter 4. I found that out today. So I'm closing in on the end, maybe, of the game.
Wait, are we talking about Spartan Assault again?
Dead Rising 3.
Oh, okay. No, you're not.
I'm not?
No. There's
7 chapters?
Something like that.
So I'm about halfway through. Yeah. That game is okay.
I still feel like you're doing it wrong.
I just had a funny moment that I hope recorded to a game clip because I said Xbox record that, and so hopefully it actually recorded what I wanted. I was wearing this shark mascot head, and I walked up to initiate a cutscene, and the character that I initiated the cutscene with goes, "Oh, geez, you scared me," and it was perfect because I was wearing the shark mask, and it was funny. So I was like, "Wow, Xbox record that." So hopefully I have a game clip of that because I thought it was pretty good. I was just running around doing missions and that and finding stuff and killing zombies. I don't know. The game's... I guess it's fun.
It's fun.
I guess. I mean, kinda.
Did you play, have you played Outlast yet?
I played Outlast. Yeah, I downloaded that free PlayStation Plus game for PS4. I played about 5 minutes of it, and then I just said, nope.
It's a good idea to have a game that's hot like that on the PC, on the PS4.
Yeah.
But it's not for everybody.
Does anybody want to play it? I don't want to play it. I'm sure some people want to play it.
I'm going to get my girlfriend to play it.
Some people are masochists.
Well, yeah, I'm going to get my girlfriend to play it because she loves sick things like that.
Yeah. Like,
she also watches the ID channel.
I got in... I went up to the asylum. Like, so you're at this asylum and you're like an investigative journalist and you're supposed to chronicle weird crap that's happening there, and there's some kind of cover-up and some conspiracy or something. But it's just messed up crap. So you get there, you walk up to the building, you can't get in anywhere, then you make your way up the scaffold and you get in the building. Then as soon as you're in there, weird crap starts happening immediately because obviously, you know, we can turn the lights off, we can make creepy music, and we can pop things up in front of your face. So that's how scary video games work, right, guys? Jump scares. So you go in, immediately the power and the lights go out, and you're like, maybe I should stick around and find out what's going on here. No, you should leave. Because that doesn't happen in normal situations. So obviously just leave. From there on, the game is pointless because this guy's an idiot. So you walk from that room after the power comes back on, and you walk into the next room, you walk near a TV, it comes on and like weird music plays and there's a jump scare cue. Then I walked out into a hallway, there was some giggling and a door shut, like a restroom door closed. Then I turned around, and the only place to go was into a vent that had blood, like, splattered all around it, and the vent was hanging creepily. I climbed up into the vent, thinking, okay, you know, I'm going into a vent, something's going to, like, reach out and grab me. No, they're just, like, creepy-looking spider webs and crap in the vent. And I was just like, I think I'm good. I was like, I think I'm good here. And so I just said, nope. Exited the game, deleted it from my PS4. It's not the type of game for me.
What about Dead Island?
Dead Island I did not download. I may or may not download because I really don't care about playing that game.
Well, you should download it just to have it, and then maybe go back to it at some point.
Maybe I should download it just to have it. I don't know. I have a couple more days to decide.
You have... Yeah,
I have just a couple. Yeah, literally
days.
2 days to decide whether I want to do that.
It's a free game. The only games
It may not even be worth me hooking up my Xbox 360 to the HDMI cable to my TV to activate the download.
I think it is.
Or maybe I can just download. I might be able to activate the download through the website.
Yeah, you can do that. That's why it's like crazy not to just sign in real quick, go click, be done.
I might do that.
I don't. Yeah, you're losing me here as to why you wouldn't.
I might do that. Easy. I just really don't have any interest in ever playing that game at all.
Well, I'm not really super excited about
it. Just because it's, like, all the stuff that I've read about it, or that I've seen reviews, or people have talked about it, it just sounds like I would be bored to death.
I'm more interested in it right now than DayZ, I'll tell you that.
Well, that's because DayZ's the same kind of thing, where it's boring. Nothing happens.
You know,
it's not an actual game.
DayZ,
it's a mod.
Oh, jeez. Honestly, DayZ is getting me away from PC games. Like, I was trying to get back into PC games. Like, I'm playing a modded game again.
Yeah, that's not the way to get back into PC games. The way to get back into PC games is with a crazy, over-the-top, graphically intense, amazing showpiece of a game.
Actually, the best thing I could do...
That's the way to get into it.
I have Saints Row the Third as part of a Humble Indie bundle.
Okay.
I should really get into the mod community for that. I'm sure it's awesome.
There's probably some crazy stuff for that.
Probably someone made like an Iron Man mod like they did for GTA 4, stuff like that.
It's hard to tell.
But I would rather play that game.
You would be better off playing that game than playing DayZ. Because DayZ is kind of silly.
Speaking of THQ games, Red Faction Guerrilla, that'd be better to play than DayZ. That was a good game.
That was a fantastic game. Red Faction Armageddon, not a great game.
Much.
I think I have Armageddon as part of that THQ
I have
bundle.
both of them as from one of those bundles that I got.
Faction was amazing. I love
Guerrilla was, yeah.
Yeah, you mean Guerrilla. Right.
Yeah.
With the hammer, and you taking the hammer, and
I don't know why they didn't just make another one of those.
Oh, because, it's way cooler to have slightly destructible environments underground than massively destructible environments above ground.
All they had to do is make the graphics a little better, the areas bigger, and a crazy story done.
Yeah.
I know. Let's terraform Mars.
Yeah.
How's that?
The open
Done.
world nature of Guerrilla
Awesome.
made that game so much fun. You had the jetpack, you could fly around.
Yep, jetpack's awesome.
You could do the crazy hammer stuff.
Awesome.
You had the singularity thing that would black hole and then go. The multiplayer was a blast. It had amazing multiplayer. They just kind of ruined it. But what else did I do? I did something. I watched a couple more episodes of Game of Thrones. I'm on episode 5. I watched through episode 5, so actually I'm on episode 6, I guess. They just, midway through the last episode I watched, they passed where I was in the book. So I've got to stop watching and finish reading the book.
Yeah, honestly.
But it's good. The show is it's really good.
It's extremely vulgar and perverse and violent, but it's just
it's
epic.
not. It's not
epic,
even.
though.
I wouldn't even say that it's extremely vulgar or perverse. I mean, there are certainly those moments, but those moments are usually a little bit worse in the book.
Yeah.
Than what I've seen so far in the show.
George R.R. Martin is a dirty old man.
Which is whatever, to each his own. But
it just brings me back to
I don't know, it's just kind of weird.
I'm not going to say it. Go watch that South Park arc if you haven't, folks.
The book and the show would be better with... I mean, it would be fine without those elements. You could easily take those elements out.
Oh, I'm sure
and
they
make
will.
It perfectly fine.
They'll edit the crap out of it for regular TV, sci-fi, something like that.
I don't think it'll ever make it, though. HBO stuff doesn't do that anymore.
I know they tried that for a long time.
They really lock their stuff out anymore.
This because they want that
money. If
money.
you don't have HBO or you don't buy the discs,
yeah,
you're not going to watch it. It's not going to happen for you unless you download it legally.
They used to, though. You remember that, right? In the 90s,
yeah.
especially.
Yeah. That stuff would eventually work its way down to the TV, and they would have syndication rights and stuff for all that stuff. But. Yeah, that's a good show. I can't wait to finish reading the book. Plural.
Awesome.
Marquise, what are you doing?
Alrighty, so I started watching Transformers Prime yesterday. Pretty good show.
It is. It's fun.
I'm enjoying it.
I like that show too.
Let's see. I played Dragon Age 2.
Bad choice.
Of course, the copy I bought was an incomplete copy. As in,
I don't even understand how
I was missing characters. That means I missed missions.
Did you just?
It was $4 at 7-Eleven.
Did you just go through and when you choose who dies at the beginning of the story? Don't they do a thing like Mass Effect where you?
Yeah, in the beginning you choose who dies
and
who lives, and I did that. And I got most of the characters. I'm missing 2 though. I'm missing, I think it was Fenris and Isabel, the pirate.
So those
they weren't even in the game.
Yeah, I'm still not
those
sure.
Those might just be ones from DLC or something.
Isabel is the pirate girl.
They're
and
the main.
Fenris, he's one of the main characters.
He's one of the main characters. They're your main quest team.
The game's just broken.
The game's broken.
I don't even understand how that can happen.
I don't want to think
that
about
doesn't
it.
Make any
this
sense.
is already hurting my head thinking about it too much.
I also played some more Arkham City because it's awesome and
it is good.
Show on the Rooftops of Batman. I wanted to play Arkham Origins, so hopefully I can get that. coming up and get to play Origins and check that out. Start of Eaten, book 2 of the Divergent series, Insurgent. It's pretty good so far. A nice little book of novels. It's being made into a movie coming out in March. Divergent. I've read some comic books this week, but not a lot. Wrote an article this week.
Yay!
My
Content.
My top 10 favorite anime manga characters. So check that out on TimeRush.com. What? Hey, you said put content up. I didn't say what.
No, I said everyone needs to do a top 10 list for their favorite stuff for last year. No one's done any.
Well, because last year was like a month ago. Like we did the awards. That was our favorite things. Yeah, I know.
We were given I was giving some breathing room.
But the awards were our favorite things. We didn't why are we making a top 10 list? And we literally gave our top favorite things of each category.
Yeah, but then you have a top 10 list of everything for the year, just like your favorite movie, TV show, not in separate categories, but as an actual list. I really like Pacific Rim, but I like Saints Row 4 better than Pacific Rim.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway,
yeah, I went there.
Yeah, you went there. I caught up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which just started to pick up. The last episode was very good, very well done. I enjoyed that. I'm enjoying the emotion they're pulling out of Fitz and Simmons. They're really fleshing those two characters out compared to like Ward, who he just sits there with the quote unquote tough guy look. Love Melinda May, she's awesome. I'm not too keen on the Coulson storyline of what's going on with Coulson, since we now know he's not Vision. Spoiler alert if you didn't know this already, they cast Vision for the Avengers movie. But let's see, I caught up with Arrow, good stuff. Caught up with the Blacklist. Couple of the shows I caught up with, watching Netflix. Caught up with the New Girl. That was a good show, good episode. It's been a really busy week at work though, so I've been there a lot.
New Girl's got Linda Cardellini. You may remember her as Velma from the Scooby-Doo movies, the ones with Freddie Prinze.
I'd rather not.
Or she was in Grandma's Boy.
I'd also rather not.
That wasn't too bad. That was the best movie.
Grandma Boy stunk.
That was the best movie that that production company put out in the last 10 years.
That's not saying much.
Yeah, seriously.
Happy Madison doesn't make good movies. But it was
used to.
I don't remember when. But anyways.
Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison.
Yeah, those came out before Happy Madison came out.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
So, therefore, you're wrong.
I think that's pretty much it. I didn't do too much. I've been watching 90 Day Fiancé. That is my new favorite show on TLC.
What? I don't know either.
90 Day Fiancé.
90 Day Fiancé.
So check these out. These guys are lonely dudes, and they decide to go meet women in foreign countries.
Marquise, I think you're a lonely dude if you're watching 90 Day Fiancé.
No. It's not like that. It's hilarious to watch these guys interact. And people try to tell them, dude, that's a mail-ordered bride. It's not a mail-ordered bride. It's a dating service. It's like, dude, you're going to marry her in 90 days.
It reeks of scripted.
Oh, well, that's reality TV. It's all scripted. I mean, if you don't know reality TV is scripted, and you need to be hitting head. It's all scripted. It's just... It just makes for good fun. I mean, good drama. That drama. But
you tell me Total Divas is scripted?
Heavily.
Yes, Nate. Total Divas is
probably scripted. It's probably scripted more than wrestling.
Yeah, it probably is.
Depends on the wrestlers.
It's probably scripted.
Come on,
more
you
than
got
wrestling.
you got the two highest profile wrestlers in the business right now. And their girlfriends are twin sisters. Yeah. Yeah, it's scripted. Oh.
Are you talking about Natalia and JoJo.
Who? Exactly, because JoJo's not even on the show anymore.
It's because she's dating Randy Orton, and she's boring.
Because she's yeah, they replaced her with Summer Rae. But yeah, that's what I've been doing pretty much. I gotta get back to some games. I need to play some more games. And though I have an Xbox 360, so things are kind of winding down for me.
There's still a ton of good games out there.
Oh, I know there are a ton of good games out there.
A retarded amount of games.
But you know, it's almost time for Titanfall.
Titanfall.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty jazzed about that. That's one of the reasons I want my Xbox One is Titanfall. So again, that's what I've been doing.
Cool.
Nathan, what have you been doing, brother?
Well, to start this off, I checked out some video of Titanfall being played. Looks pretty awesome.
Looks fun.
It looks like a fun game. I like the fact that basically every match isn't just, hey, we're shooting each other. It's you know, like...
Yeah, there's a lot more going on.
It's a slice of this world that they've created. And I like that. I like the little, like, pre-scripted elements that are happening. I like the fact that there are bots. You know, I mean AI bots, not robots, because there are robots too. I like bots. I'm sorry. Some people hate bots, but I like bots. Sometimes you need that filler, something easy to kill that brings forth, you know, kind of like a peon feel. Like, a human being shouldn't be a peon. If you're fighting and there's a guy that's an idiot going in a circle, then he shouldn't be playing, but also you're going to kill him a lot and it just isn't challenging. But if there's a wave of peons with, you know, a human behind them, then that's kind of neat. That looks cool. What else? I purchased Ender's Game. I like it a lot. I've already watched it. Was it a good movie? It is an excellent film. It is a must-see science fiction film. It is something along the lines of Harry Potter in a very high-tech world. Except, guess what? There's no magic because he's just really awesome. He is not the perfect physical specimen. He's just intelligent and he has the right stuff. His problem-solving skills are outstanding and he becomes, well, basically the greatest commander and leader we could ever hope for. Spoiler, he saves humanity from aliens. So... it's pretty epic. They have, instead of Quidditch, they have war games of a sort that's 0G. It's a giant sphere, okay? That's like...
It's Blitzball?
It's better than Blitzball. No, it's more like laser tag meets...
Don't Blitzball. Blitzball's fantastic. I can't wait to play Final Fantasy X HD. Oh my god.
Oh, God.
That
Blitzball
statement made me have a little bit of diarrhea. So it is a really, really fun movie. I recommend seeing it if you like sci-fi. I recommend seeing it if you like psychological torture of children. What else?
Wow, that was so random.
I recommend seeking help.
Psychological torture of children.
I didn't write the book, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, Harrison Ford is awesome, but he is a jerk to this little kid. Well, he's not a little kid. He's like 16. But anyways, all the actors and actresses are amazing. You know, even though the content isn't outstanding, it's still, you know, they give it. You got Sir Ben Kingsley, Harrison Ford, the kid from Avatar actually doing a good job. Anyways, his career...
Oh, that was the kid from...
he's growing up. And
I was like...
he has hair and...
His annoying avatar was, I'm on the avatar. Shut up.
Yeah, that was bad. Let's see.
I'm sorry, it's just how they want me to pronounce it.
Ugh. M. Night, piece of crap. So, I really love Saints Row 4. It's amazing. Been playing that, a little bit more DayZ. I'm on a new server, and it's not outstanding. It's not the worst game ever or anything like that. I know it's a mod, but it has so many issues, and it's not user-friendly, but it's one of those things, if you invest time in, you can discover a lot. Like, well, okay. So I only paid like $6-7 as part of a Humble bundle weekly sale, so I'm not really feeling terrible or good or whatever. No loss there, I guess is what I'm trying to say. What else? I watched a lot of TV. I watched Chosen. That's that new show on FX starring Bobby Moynihan. It's from Bobby Moynihan. It's got Nick Swardson. Method Man plays the bad guy. It's got Michael Pena, who has been in a lot of things. It is funny. It is dirty. It is wrong. It's stereotypical in some ways. But basically you have Bobby Moynihan from Saturday Night Live doing some of the bits he would do in a weird way, but it's awesome. Like, he had two different bits. One was on a morning show in, like, North Dakota, and it's constantly snowing and miserable.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, we're part of the morning show. What? And they go, bear, bear, bear. You know, they do that whole thing. It's silly. And they're like, yeah, girl, what you think about that? What? Bear, bear, bear. You know, they're supposed to be those guys. It was okay as a bit. And then he had another one where he like Dead Dan or something like that. I don't remember. They were doing commercials for like those fake ICP concert things, like, yeah, we got Bisquick and the marshmallows, da, da, da. You know, and then they'd have him come out, yeah, guys, this is where it's going down. And then they're like, and then Dead Dan just died. So it was good. I always loved that bit. It was hilarious. But he basically turned that into a gay rapper that went to prison. Became really, like, you know, strong because he had to survive prison. He was framed by Method Man's character, who's, it's like Phantom. Phantom goes on to become a huge rapper. He literally is the biggest rapper in the world. And then Chosen gets out and he's like, yeah, I'm going to be the biggest rapper in the world. What? You know, and it's just silly. But it's actually enjoyable in its stupidity. It's like Archer. Except instead of it being a spy thing, it's this, you know, TV show animated in Flash that takes place on a college campus. And this guy used to be part of like a Light Funky Ones kind of group. Yeah, LFO baby. And what was it? The Phantasm, whatever was the crappy guy, is just like, well, hey, he has white hair. That's pretty cool. So we had to have him in. He was like the Cisco of the group, and then he broke out on his own, but then became like Jay-Z. So it's an interesting show. Definitely not for children. Definitely not. It's disgusting and wrong. But
most FX shows are.
But one of the writers of the show is the guy from Eastbound and Down.
Kenny Powers?
Kenny Powers himself. I forget his name. He was in This Is the End. He was in a bunch of stuff. Pineapple Express. Danny McBride?
Yep.
Okay. So Danny McBride does a voice
Nailed
on
it.
And it's hilarious. He's great in that show. I keep forgetting it's him, and I think it's Jason Sudeikis. I'm like, is that Jason Sudeikis being a crazy redneck again? Anyways, it's a good show. Very inappropriate, like I said. I haven't been playing a whole lot of games. I keep booting up Final Fantasy VI and then stop.
Because the port to the portable handheld thing is terrible.
It's just the game. It's just the game, and I don't have time for it. It doesn't have saves like I like in, you know, games today. I want to be able to.
Oh, it doesn't have save states?
Yeah, it doesn't do that.
What?
I have to start over every time. It's really annoying. And then I died because the game is incredibly hard at times for no reason. So I was like, I'm done. I'm done playing. Just play the game for me.
Screw up.
Well, I don't want to invest the time. I just don't want to invest the time that it requires. So I really enjoy...
So you didn't even make it to the first point where you can save the game?
I don't remember. I can't tell you that answer.
That's hilarious.
Let's see. I already talked about that last week. Yeah, just watched some TV. Watched a little Almost Human. Been watching Justified. Amazing show. It's the next to last season, but I can see they're kind of winding down a little bit. They're running out of steam because they've already done so many awesome things. So next season's going to be amazing. This season is not bad, don't get me wrong. It's just that you can tell they don't have the same steam they used to have, especially since the creator died, which was sad. I'm trying to think of anything else going on in my life that is worth note, but really can't think of anything because my brain's fried. RoboCop is out this week, and I want to watch it pretty bad. Probably will go see it, even if I have to by myself. So, because no one else wants to watch it. I was going to go see Vampire Academy for my girlfriend, and we ended up not. We just didn't make it.
It's a good choice.
She wanted something like along the lines of Divergent.
Yeah.
Twilight.
What's that one? Which actually, what was it? Mortal Instruments. That actually was a good movie. That was worth watching.
Really?
No, really. Like it's like, I feel like Angel.
If you still had a man card, I would be taking it right now.
Easy's taking man
cards. Hey, I didn't watch
tonight.
the last 2, 3, 4 Twilights. I watched the first one.
I only watched the first one with riff tracks.
I have not seen any of any Twilight film.
Right. It's because there's no girl to force you to see it.
I saw.
That's because no girl could.
I only saw it because of the riff tracks. It was hilarious.
It's terrible. Kristen Stewart's terrible. Pattinson, whatever his name is, terrible. Anyways, all right. So let's get to news. Marquise.
Well, did you guys hear that Netflix is getting exclusive rights to season 6 of the Clone Wars?
What?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, they get the final season of the Clone Wars.
Take that, Cartoon Network.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see, Avengers: Age of Ultron started filming this week, so that's a thing. I'm pretty excited about that. Guardians of the Galaxy trailer comes out next week. I don't know. As I'm pulling up the box office numbers right now, so we go over box office numbers too. Okay, I got the box office numbers, so we'll run this off real quick. Number 1 was the Lego Movie with, holy smokes, $69 million. Number 2 was The Monuments Men with $22 million. Number 3 was Ride Along with $9.5 million. Number 4 was Frozen with $6.8 million. Number 5 was The Lone Survivor with $5.5 million. Number 6 was That Awkward Moment with $5.2 million. Vampire Academy was number 7 with $3.9 million. Number 8 was The Nut Job with $3.7 million.
Terrible name.
And number 9 was Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit, and that's a terrible name. With $3.5 million.
Should have just been called Tom Clancy's Shadow Recruit.
Yep, pretty much. And number 10 is Labor Day with $3.1 million. Let's see. There was just a lot of different cast and stuff. The cast for the Gotham TV show, Donald Logue from Terriers, and he's on something Anarchy right now. He was a Blade. He's cast as Harvey Bullock. And then the new Gotham show, Benjamin McKenzie from The OC and Southland. He will be playing young Jim Gordon. I didn't get to see any of the other cast. I know they cast for the Penguin. I know they cast for and Alfred. You remember who those guys were?
No.
Okay. Because I don't remember off the top of my head who those guys were. But also, John Wesley Shipp has been cast in the Flash TV show as an unknown character, which we're all hoping is Jay Garrick. And they said if the show takes off, his character will go from guest starring to recurring. So yeah, that's awesome. I'm checking, make sure I covered all my news.
Eli,
what's up? Games.
You got anything?
Yeah. Games.
would you say that Bravely Default is the game of the year right now?
So far for 2013, Bravely Default is Game of the Year.
What about 2014 that we're in?
Yeah, 2014. That's the year that it is. In the year 2014, Bravely Default so far leading the pack.
In the year 2014.
I thought you.
That's literally one of the best Conan bits. Like,
it is
the year 2000, and then when it actually, like, after it became the year 2000, and they kept doing the year 2000, it was amazing. That was one of my favorite bits.
comedy.
Next week we've got games coming out. I know it's hard to believe, but games are coming out.
Games.
Multiple games. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare for the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One.
I thought they got delayed.
Nope.
Well, I'm pretty sure
it
got delayed to this point.
Okay.
That's going to be a retail disc release. You can pick it up for $40 freaking dollars for this game, which I think should be $20.
Last gen though, right?
No, that's current gen. The Xbox One version will be $40. $40. Finally, I'm super stoked about this. This is a PS1 classic being released on PlayStation 3 Network, Tumba 2. I never got to play this game, and it is one of those super rare, hard to find games that it was a limited release. They didn't make a ton of copies.
I remember Tumba.
I cannot wait to play this game. I am so stoked to not have to pay $150 to get to play this game. That's going to come out on the 18th. Earth Defense Force 2025 coming out for PS3 and Xbox 360 on February 18th. I thought you might be interested in that, maybe?
Yeah, I didn't get very far in the last one, though, so I probably won't.
Yeah,
this one looks like it has mechs.
See, I just kept pointing at the wall and shooting rockets at the wall.
The last one had mechs.
Well, this one has more mechs. Strider is coming out for PS4, PlayStation 3 Network, and Xbox One. So there's another next-gen game coming out. Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry for PlayStation 4 and PC and the PlayStation 3 Network. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which I think is actually coming out Friday of next week. Which is a weird day for a Nintendo release. Typically they do theirs on Sunday.
Nintendo's weird.
And that's what I've got for next week. So yeah, I mean, we have, 3 large-ish games? Donkey Kong, Plants vs. Zombies, and Strider. 3 largish. Kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
I'm interested to see Strider. I've heard that it's pretty cool.
I like Strider as a character.
Yeah.
And I like the original Strider games. I like the Genesis/arcade versions.
Yeah.
The Nintendo version was interesting, but
not as good.
Really hard and not as pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, I still remember like the cool things with like Strider standing on top of like a pyramid almost like thing, and then you see the beautiful backgrounds with lights and stuff.
Oh yeah,
that was awesome, and that's what I want out of this new thing. So
a lot of parallax. But yeah, so that's next week.
Cool. So
and also the Titanfall beta is kicking off into full gear. It started today, I believe, like for a limited group of people, and then I think tomorrow it's public.
Yeah, tomorrow's public, because the big thing is the beta comes out on Valentine's Day, and it's like, guys, what are you do? I'm going to play
It's public tomorrow, so I think everybody can play.
I'm going to be
probably going to download that.
Going to be playing that this weekend.
I'm pretty sure it's public. I'm pretty sure if you want to play, you can.
I think you have to request to get a thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just, hey, I'm going to download this, click, done. I think you have to actually...
like, say, hey, I want to do a beta.
Yeah, you have to like them on Facebook, maybe, because that's what I did.
You have to like them on Facebook? That's way too much. I'm not going to like them on Facebook.
I like them. I like Abby Happy, which actually I'm friends with her on Facebook.
I don't know who that is.
She's the community manager for Respawn Games.
Oh, okay.
And
I bet she accepts pretty much anybody who friend requests her.
No, I actually told her that I really liked all the stuff that she did on what was it, G4 on the podcast. No, really, I liked her on the podcast. I bet she just
accepts every friend.
No, okay, no. What was it, Patrick?
She's building community.
Patrick Kleptic, from
yeah.
From Giant Bomb. He was on the podcast that they had. What was it called? It was Video Podcast on G4. He was on iTunes. No, you guys didn't listen to it.
I never watched
Feedback.
any of those.
That's what it was. It was really good because Adam Sessler was like, "We're gonna do my thing here," and then they let what's his face take over, Blair Herter, and
Blair
it was
Frankfurter.
yes, and he
You
did
mean Mr. Jessica Chobot? Oh, bam!
and he did a good job with it, but he basically was just doing whatever Adam Sessler wanted. So, but Adam Sessler, had a good show, and when he had like Blair, Abby, and Patrick in the studio, it was a fun show that really pointed out some good things about video games. So I was like, oh, it's a pretty good discussion. It was, them and Giant Bomb was all I was really listening to. And it was also a video podcast. And they were just using the eStudios back when, G4 existed in that way. So I really enjoyed that. But anyways, I'm friends with her on there, and I have been watching Respawn since we started this. Like, literally, since Respawn has been around, I have been watching them, waiting for whatever it was they're going to do. And then they announced Titanfall, and I was like, worth it! So, I'm looking forward to that.
I hope it is worth it. I hope it's good. I hope it looks fun. It came up, I saw in the footage that I was watching, it came up and said, congratulations, you've been promoted, you've leveled up to rank 10. And I saw a little experience bar at the bottom. I was like, okay, this is good. They're doing it just like a Call of Duty thing, with the experience and the leveling up. That's good. You're gaining levels. There's a progression that you can see happening as you play. That's great. What was it that I played recently that I wish had that? There was some kind of multiplayer game. Killzone Shadowfall on PS4. The multiplayer doesn't have that kind of progression to it. Like, there's no, like, in-your-face experience that you see, like, while you're actually playing. Like, it doesn't say, oh, you leveled up, or, hey, look at your experience, 10 XP for that kill. It doesn't do that. Might be why I don't like that multiplayer.
I was going to say, I was waiting for you to say what it does do that's awesome, that's like that, but there's nothing like that.
There's not really anything like that.
It's
I played, they had a free multiplayer weekend a few weekends ago for Shadowfall, and I downloaded it, I played about 15, 20 matches so that I could really say that I gave it a good try. Just don't, not really that great.
I really don't want to play it.
Killzone's
it's pretty,
just
but
not, yeah.
They try.
It didn't even look as good as I thought it would.
No.
Maybe that's just the multiplayer.
I don't know.
Because you gotta have a bunch of people running around.
I don't know.
But the multiplayer didn't look as good as I thought it would.
A friend of the podcast and one-time guest, Ian Daly, purchased an Xbox One.
I saw that.
And he bought one game.
Skylanders Swap Force.
No, Marvel.
That's what he should have bought.
Lego Marvel Superheroes.
Oh, that's a good choice.
It was half off on Amazon during a sale.
Nice.
But everyone bought it because he's not going to get it for like 2 weeks. So he has no games for that system. Dead silence.
That was that was my segue.
Was he gonna watch Netflix on it for 2 weeks?
Dude, I don't know. Honestly, the only thing I'm waiting for is...
I mean, he might as well, right? Because that's what people do on Xbox, is watch Netflix. They're certainly not on there playing games.
I watch a lot of Hulu. Brooklyn Nine-Nine! What? Man, that was a good episode this last...
That's been the downfall of multiplayer gaming for me. As soon as they put Netflix available on Xbox 360, the amount of multiplayer I played went from about 20 hours a week down to 0 instantly. Because all my friends, Netflix.
Well, none of us planned on buying like Netflix boxes or anything. No, who wants to hook up a computer to a monitor, to the screen?
Every time I think about that, or anytime I see someone on my friends list playing Netflix on there, I'm just like, oh, damn it, Microsoft.
All I do is send them a friend request. If I'm watching Netflix...
But I don't bother people when they're watching Netflix, because then I feel like I'm interrupting a movie or something that they wanted to watch. And I'm not trying to do that.
Most people...
So, I mean, even though it may be fine, and most people might want to join a game, I don't do it because I think, I wouldn't stop watching what I was doing to play a game. Like, I wouldn't, like, if I was watching a movie, I wouldn't be like, oh, they want to play Saints Row. I'll join them. So, I mean, I don't send people a thing for that reason. But it just makes me mad that Microsoft would do that, and then, like, it brings about this shift, and now people are on their Xbox, but they're not playing games, they're watching a movie. Like, when normally they would just get on and they would play a game.
And the sad thing is, like, I really want to play some games. It's just with my job, it kind of consumes my life. And then I'm like, oh, hey, I could have been playing this game or that game. Like, I have all these cheap games.
I mean, you spend time watching movies and TV shows. You could play a game.
Yeah, I could play a couple hours a week at least.
Yeah.
I'd like to put like 5 hours a week into gaming, but I just can't do that right now because the job that I have consumes my soul, and you know how it is.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, I didn't play very many games
during that time
either.
No.
I was not anything near what I should be as a person during that time.
Yeah, and I really there's a lot of games I want to play that I own. That I frankly have. Like, I've downloaded or whatever. I got all the Assassin's Creed 2 stuff.
I got an amazing deal the other day on Steam. Castlevania Lords of Shadow Ultimate Edition. I only paid $3 because I had $4 worth of Steam wallet credit from selling items on the trading auction house thing. Like, for when they had the Christmas sale. I was selling items that I'd received, like cards and stuff that I'd got during that sale, and I made like $4.
That is nuts.
Yeah. I completed my card, and then any extra stuff I got, I sold for like 50, 30 cents here and there, and I worked my way up to like $4.50, and then I only paid like $3 for Castlevania Lords of Shadow Ultimate. I can't wait to play that game. I've been waiting so long to play that game.
I do need to play that by assuming games ahead of it right now.
Yeah.
Not all of them are good, but
so like this weekend, I've got a new office chair. This weekend, I'm gonna play some Castlevania. Like, I'm just gonna sit in my chair, my nice new comfy chair, and I'm just gonna play some Castlevania. It's gonna be awesome.
You know what you should buy? Shoes with tread.
I might.
I mean, it's just a good thing.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
What's wrong with an extra pair of shoes? I like having extra shoes.
Oh, it wouldn't be an extra pair of shoes. It would just be a pair of shoes.
See, I have lots of shoes with tread on them that are like...
because the other ones would not be worn
lightweight.
anymore. They would be discarded.
They're kind of old anyways, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty old.
I have there's this website...
It's actually probably the oldest I've ever had a pair of shoes.
Really?
Like, they're in pretty bad shape.
Well, just buy new shoes, man. Just buy new shoes.
I'll probably... it'll probably happen this weekend.
I like... what was it? This website called Jack Threads. It's kind of a pseudo...
It's a website for hipsters.
Pseudo hipster fashion website, and they have the most awesome
Did you like it before it was cool?
I don't know. Is it cool now?
Yeah, he's a hipster.
I don't know. But
hipster.
Oh man, get this though. They have shoes, right, that look like the Saints Row shoes. Have you seen the Saints Row shoes?
No.
The Converses?
Yeah. They're purple and awesome looking. They have shoes like that on there, but then they got these shoes with studs. And I'm like just on the toe. So instead of being like a steel toe, it's a stud toe. It just has like a little section full of studs, and it's like all glossy looking. I'm like, those are awesome shoes. I would never wear them anywhere in this town. It's like, where do you wear those?
People would laugh at you.
No, because they would get dirty. That's my thing with nice shoes. I don't want to wear nice shoes.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, too. Like, this time of year, I don't want to buy new shoes because they're just going to get crapped up, like, instantly. I'm going to step in a slush here or there, and they're going to be black.
You got multiple pairs of shoes. You got your dress shoes. You got your
no, see, I don't have dress
your nice
shoes.
shoes.
I don't. If there's an occasion where I'm supposed to wear dress shoes,
you don't wear them.
Sneakers.
You mean the same shoes you wear everywhere?
Yeah. I hate dress shoes. They're awful. They're not comfortable and they look dumb.
Actually, some dress shoes are just simple and black, and
yeah, they look dumb. I don't like them. I don't like solid colored shoes. I gotta have some red in there. I gotta have some red and a stripe and a mesh, a reflective strip.
Why? Because when you're walking, a car won't hit you.
Yeah, that's right. I don't walk anywhere. I drive.
Exactly.
On an unrelated side note today, I went on YouTube this morning and watched B22 or Beat 22 and featuring Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh,
Icky
let's not talk.
Breaky
Let's
Heart
not even
2.
talk about that on here.
Holy smokes!
Already,
No.
I'm already beyond sick of people talking about this on Facebook. We don't need to sully ourselves and bring it down. Like, let's not do this.
I'm sorry. I just found it
No
hilarious.
Cyrus.
No, I'm just saying
let's-
I found it hilarious. That's all. I just found it
Yeah,
hilarious.
let's not even. Yeah.
Unless
we're
you're
done.
talking about Cyrus the Virus from Con Air.
And we're still done. Con Air is a fabulous movie, but yeah.
It's a Malcolm, or it's a John Malkovich.
Yeah,
Malkovich,
John
Malkovich.
Malkovich is
Great
amazing.
bad guy. Great in Red 2.
Great
Yes.
in being John Malkovich.
Yeah.
Now,
Being John Malkovich was an excellent movie.
I gotta say, all right, that brought me to like 5 other things in my head, which brought me to this point. All right, the thing with Disney not supporting the ultraviolet copies bugs the crap out of me. Where they're like, we're going to provide a code only for iTunes, but we're not going to provide a code for the other. We're going to provide a code that only works for iTunes and not for the other. Other companies will either A, provide a code for both,
They don't
or
want
B,
to.
a
They don't
dual
want
code.
to support. Doesn't Walmart own Ultraviolet now? Like Walmart bought that, didn't they?
I don't know if they bought it, but I know that
I think they did. I think Walmart bought it, and so probably Disney.
Walmart owns Voodoo. Ultraviolet,
Or is it
though,
Voodoo? Yeah,
they
it's
own
Voodoo. It was Voodoo.
Which is one of the larger ultraviolet
It was-
sellers.
yeah.
And then, was it? Ultraviolet, though, I believe is actually owned by Sony. Sony was the first company
Yeah,
to do
because
it.
it's all the movies that I have on Ultraviolet are Sony movies.
And then everyone else got on board, and Disney's like, no. So,
Oh, here's the thing, though. Like, digital copies will never be under one unified thing.
it's really close, though.
It'll never happen, though. Because money.
But, what is it?
Because money.
What was it? Flickster, right now, will tell you where you can buy it. They'll say it's on Amazon.
Yeah.
It's on Vudu.
Yeah.
It's on iTunes.
Yeah.
And that's a good start.
Yeah, but it'll never be a unified. Like, you'll never go to a store and say, oh, okay, this has a digital copy with it. That means I go home, I punch in a code, and no matter what movie it was, I get a digital copy with my stuff. And I can watch it and put it on whatever device
Lots
I
of
want.
companies are doing that,
Not
though.
going to happen.
Companies they have codes that
They're
are
putting
iTunes.
for each in there?
It's either one for each one, or it's a code that works for both.
I've never seen one like that.
I have many. Because you know what? That's a smart thing to do. Warner Brothers is like, oh, you have iTunes? Supported. You have, Flickster, Voodoo, Ultraviolet, whatever. Supported. And the way Ultraviolet works is way better than iTunes because I have one account signed up. I can have a family account and have like 5 more accounts for people that want to use my stuff.
For free?
For free. So I have it on my girlfriend's setup it's my setup at her apartment. So she has her Xbox Live account tied to my Flickster account. Okay? And then I have my mom's Nexus. I have all my stuff, my cell phone, all of that. My, Xbox Live account, all of it tied to it.
Yeah.
One account.
Yeah.
Now, if I want to give my dad an account, we'll share all the movies,
Yeah.
but it's his account.
Yeah.
So if he wants to buy something, he can buy something using his credit card, blah, blah, blah. So, which I'll probably do at
And
some
then
point.
will that add it to the overall account?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about it. Whereas,
So each person contributes individually, but benefits the group.
and I
cool.
have a giant collection of movies now. I have 62 movies because everything except Disney movies have the ultraviolet thing. In fact, if you go now, you can go find movies on sale for cheap that have the ultraviolet copy with it. I bought 21 Jump Street for $6
With a digital copy.
with a digital copy. The Voodoo digital copy is $13.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. And this is my fault, but I bought Pitch Perfect for my girlfriend, which is actually a really fun movie. Have you watched that movie?
I've heard that I should watch it, but I probably will not.
Dude, you can borrow it. You and your sister can watch it.
I'm good.
No, it's funny. It's actually really funny.
I'm good. I probably won't watch it.
Anyways, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. They're making a sequel.
I saw that.
Anna Kendrick signed up for the sequel without
I don't like
reading
Anna
anything.
Kendrick.
I like Anna Kendrick. I don't like Rebel Wilson.
I hate Rebel Wilson.
I hate Rebel Wilson because
I will definitely not watch that movie.
She's not that bad in it though. Although
I'll definitely
there's
not
one
watch.
thing.
I can't stand to see her face. I think she's dumb.
And she's annoying. But there's so many other actors and actresses that are really good in it. So, anyways, it's worth watching in my opinion at least once. It's better than Glee, you know. Don't get me started on that, but no, I think it's a good movie. But anyways, I bought my girlfriend that, so all I had to do was say, "Honey, I've got one of your favorite movies waiting for you at home. I know you had a rough day." I typed the code in from the thing. There you go. I paid $16 for it. It was on sale for a long time for like $11. I should have bought it then. That's my fault. But it's such a good deal. To have it for that cheap.
Yeah.
That you have the ultraviolet, you got the Blu Ray, you got the DVD. I just could wait 6 months, maybe a year. I have everything I want. Can I do that with a Disney movie? No, I can't. Avengers, no. And I'm like, man, I'm almost tempted to buy it again. Like Thor: The Dark World, I could buy that on, Flickster, Voodoo, whatever, the ultraviolet copy. But it's like $20 for that, and I'm already spending $30 on the 3D version. I'm not spending $50 on a movie just to have multiple digital copies.
Not yet, anyway.
Well, I'm not getting into 4K anytime soon, so
You'll be spending $50 on a movie before it comes to 4K.
I don't know.
Just wait and see.
I don't know, because they tried that with Wreck-It Ralph.
3D movies keep going up.
No, they're
it seems
not.
like every time a new wave of 3D movies come out, the price jumps another $3, $4, $5.
Then you're not buying them right. Seriously, like, they're always cheaper on Amazon.
Well, yeah,
Always.
they're always cheaper on Amazon.
I bought Frozen 3D, and it's $30 in Europe.
You got it from the Amazon UK?
Yes.
You have to make a different account for that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But I already did that because I bought a Daredevil book like 4 years ago from them. It was one of the omnibuses.
How much is shipping
Marquis
on
is
that?
asleep. It's like $3-4. I'm not going to get it for like 2 weeks after it comes out.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. When I bought Wreck-It Ralph 3D, it was $50. Between a coupon, $5 coupon, and price drops, it was $30. I bought Frozen 3D. It was $25, and then the shipping was like $3 to $5. Boom. All right, so the price has actually been going down on a lot of these. And Frozen 3D is like, or Frozen's like huge. It's like the biggest animated movie almost of all time, if not of all time. Highest grossing, I should say.
Highest grossing, yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say
it'd be-
biggest. That
well,
implies its quality is high.
A lot of
as
people
well.
like it.
I know its quality is very high, but
The makers of Tangled and Wreck-It Ralph. Those are really good movies.
Yeah, I still haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph.
Dude, you want to borrow it? I've had it for a year.
I'm gonna buy it. It's in my Amazon cart.
You need to watch it.
Oh, I will.
No, I mean, like, you need to watch that now.
I will.
Before a year goes by again.
I know. I'll watch it.
I mean, don't even buy another game. Just buy that on Blu Ray now.
I will.
No, you're not.
I will.
You get paid next, buy it.
I get paid every week.
Buy it this week.
I might.
It's so good. Anyways, that's just my rant on Disney and Ultraviolet because it's tearing me apart.
I just may buy it. I don't know. We'll see.
Dude,
We'll
that
see what
movie's
happens.
good. You could borrow the movie, all right? Borrow the movie, then decide if you want to buy it.
Oh no, I'll buy it, and then I know I want to buy it.
I think that by not watching it, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Oh, I know I am. I didn't get. Oh, see, like if I don't get to go see a movie in a theater, then I forget about it, and time goes by.
My problem is when I see a movie in the theater, I get really hyped about it if it's good, and then I want to buy it, and I pre-order it first thing when I get home.
Yeah, see, that's what I do, and I'm the same way. And since I didn't go see it, that just never happened.
Although I did pre-order 2 movies I didn't see in the theater just because of word of mouth and stupidity. Stupidity, 47 Ronin. Word of mouth, Gravity.
I cannot wait to see that.
I'm getting it in 3D.
There's I saw
course.
there's a smart glass version of Gravity you can buy. They were advertising on Xbox One. I saw a minute ago when I was playing. But yeah, movies, games, TV, comics. Those are the things that have got us this far. In a year.
And wrestling! but we're not going to talk about that. Marquise is asleep,
Yep.
and it's late.
And wrestling has also been voted off.
No.
No.
It's official.
No. There's actually been some news.
Happy birthday.
Nothing,
1 year present, no wrestling.
there's nothing really going on with wrestling.
There's never anything going on with
No, there's stuff going on with wrestling. It's just there's no new developments.
Yeah.
Well, the two things that happened I thought was really stupid. Antonio
But we're not talking
Cesaro.
about wrestling.
Well, no, there's Vince McMahon decided Antonio Cesaro is now just called Cesaro. They're going to stop saying his first name, but
That's
still.
dumb.
And then Big E Langston is just going to be called Big E.
That's dumb.
Because Langston and Antonio are names. Anyways, so welcome to the finale. We've wrapped up a year of doing this podcast.
Yay!
We've done a lot of
Podcast
podcasting.
year.
We've done a lot of podcasting. We've, almost every single week we do a podcast.
Almost. Very close.
Well, we stumbled because the weather's been terrible.
Yeah, weather's been bad. People have been sick. In and out.
People had to go watch Community.
People had to watch Community and
Boom.
ice their arms.
I'll give the Ice Arm versus Community watching. Because did you watch that episode?
No.
Guess what? Nathan Fillion was in it for 2 minutes. Did he do a great job? Of course.
Yeah. Was it worth staying home?
No. And not waiting a day to watch it.
But, yeah.
So, guys, we're going to work on some more content for the site. Once the weather is getting better, we'll have more stuff available. It's just getting around now is terrible because it snows every 5 seconds. Thank you, Polar Vortex. We'll try to do some more stuff on the site, do some more things for you folks. Get out more, see people, and do more things because we want to spread the good word of thetimerush.com. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up because everyone here is passing out. Eli?
I'm an old man. Do stuff.
I am really sleepy. Buy more comics.
I'm going to shoot Puxatawny Phil in the face. Check us out on timerush.com.